Hi guys, Jasmo here, and today I have a quick video about a new unique ring, Lost Unity, which can very easily fit into the Blade Vortex build. This is a unique item that comes from the breach mechanic. It's a breach specific unique, I think, so you can make it on your tree. Right now I think it costs about 2 to 5 divines, depending on the rolls that you have on it. It gives you the level 30 Herald of the Hive skill. So that is this purple thing that is pulsing around me. So you know how you are in a hive and you're doing the hive and then you escape and then you have these pulses? So that's basically what you're getting. It does all kinds of damage. It does fire, cold, lightning, chaos damage. It cannot inflict ailments. The damage cannot be reflected. And it basically does damage the faster the more ailments you inflict on enemies. So you have a buff here, and this is the Herald of the Hive. It gives you like another buff, and as you inflict ailments, you're gonna see I'm gonna go into a map and show you how that works. You are gaining up to 50 buffs. This build can sustain all like 50 buffs very easily in combat, and it pulses faster and faster the more of them you have. This does not scale with spell damage, so you cannot scale spell damage when you're scaling this. You have to scale increased elemental damage, increased area damage, or generic minion damage, for example, with spiritual aid. So if you're going for elementalist and you're using golems and scaling golems plus scaling spiritual aid, minion damage is going to increase all of your damage, of your heralds, of your explodes. It's also going to scale the damage of the Herald of the Hive. So that is one way to scale this damage efficiently. So area damage, for example, medium clusters for area damage, that's another good way to scale it. It's going to scale this. It's going to give you more AoE. It's going to scale your explodes and your Blade Vortex. So that is something that you can fit very easily into any build that scales like elemental damage and area damage, such as BV. So how does it exactly work? It does more damage, or you get more damage the more heralds you have. So I have currently 4 heralds affecting me. So I have Herald of Ash, Herald of Ice, Herald of Thunder, and Herald of Purity. They all work with Blade Vortex. You could put also 5th Herald, Herald of Agony, and it does have its own reservation, which does get affected because it is a herald skill. So it does get affected by the reservation of the Bringer of Ruin, right? Which gives you 66% increase of herald buffs on you, but also increased mana reservation efficiency of herald skills. So that is definitely something you can use with that on the elementals. It's a kind of a natural fit with that. And in terms of the damage, so you lose a little bit of damage for not having a ring, but it does give you the damage back, and I think it is in general worth using it, and especially early on, because it does give you the global defenses, so you can scale either armor or evasion, whichever one you're using, and your energy shield, and it gives you the all elemental resistances and chaos res, which is very valuable early on this type of a character. So that's why right now I have 75 chaos res, and we are relatively tanky, just as tanky as I had on the previous setup. I had to swap the belt, so I lost Leech. I can put Leech back on with like Doriani's lessons instead of widespread destruction, and then we're gonna be fine. But I needed to change the belt because I needed to swap out of Herald of Purity because I needed more reservation for the Heralds. You're gonna need to basically reserve all your mana just for the Heralds. And that's why I got this jewel for the chance to avoid being shocked, belt to chance to avoid being shocked, and also Storm Shroud for ailment avoidance. So that's why I can keep full ailment avoidance. And in general, this is a very, very cool looking skill, and it does some damage. I'm gonna go into a map. We're gonna load up into just like basic T16 dunes with strongboxes and legions. Just Al can go with these scarabs, like a very, very simple strat that I showed in the previous video. And I'm going to show you how this works. However, it is a little bit hard to see how this even works, because what you're seeing a lot is like you're seeing the heralds, right? You're seeing your BV doing damage. So it's hard to tell what is even doing damage, right? Is it your BV doing this much damage? Is it not? So you could like try it, then unreserve maybe, right? The skill, the Herald of the Hive, and see how much damage you're doing with it and how much damage you're doing without it to compare, because on its own it's kind of hard to see how much damage it's doing. But I noticed that when I did the bosses, the breach bosses, my single target damage was a little bit better. So I think if I scale it properly, because right now I'm not scaling it properly on this character yet. If I scale it properly, this has definitely a potential. So I wanted to show it to you in a video so that you know it exists and you know this is, you know, an option. Okay, we got a Tink somewhere there. We got a Divine Orb. Thank you. Streamer lag turned on just for recording of the video. So yeah, this is an option for the Blade Vortex. Okay, there's like a Trickster mob spamming Frost Shield. Of course, we get like no frames per second. I think that's because like maybe my damage is too low, so I take too long to kill monsters. So all the ailments being applied to them just lag the game. Okay, we gotta walk into walls, which is a little bit annoying, but that's okay. But yeah, there's not that much you can actually see because, you know, but you can see the buffs maybe, right? So you can see the otherworldly pressure or whatever it's called here. We get 50 buffs, like 50 stacks, and we keep these 50 stacks constantly. So that is definitely something that is easy to keep up. On single target, when I was doing the bosses, I also had 50 stacks. So when you stop doing damage, they go down pretty rapidly. But as you are doing damage, you just keep the 50 stacks, and that's basically how it works. The character works the same way it worked before. You just probably get a little bit more damage, right? And that is it. It's not like a revolutionary change. It's just like a different avenue of increasing your damage and scaling your damage, right? If you're already using all of these heralds early on, that is definitely something you can look into. So that's it. Just a quick showcase of a new unique item. You can grab it while they're cheap, or if they're gonna get expensive, you can try to craft it yourself. I can maybe show you a tree for crafting it. So let me go out of this map and show you the tree that I would use to try and craft this. So you go to the Monastery of the Keepers and very quickly look at the tree, because this is a breach specific item. So there are ways to target it. Oh, the game crashed. GG, the game crashed, we're back. Okay, this is the Genesis tree, and this is what I would do. We basically path straight here, and we have 100% increased chance for birth unique to be breach specific. And then we have rerolled additional time, keeping the rarest outcome. I think this is going to be one of the rarer uniques. And then we have increased chance for the birth uniques to be breach specific again. Chance to get an additional item. And then on this side, we're going for chance to be breach specific as well. We're picking the rings, and then also you can pick chance for jewels, because jewels are very valuable. There is some like really good jewels for from the breach. So if you can pick this node and get away with it, that's also another thing you can do. So this is what I would do just to try and craft this. If you want to like only single-mindedly target this ring, that remove the jewels, I guess. You can even remove the chance for the uniques to be foulborn. So you basically do this and just keep it like that. And yeah, don't want any additional chance for the items to be foulborn. You can grab like random quality and sockets in case you get some other items. I don't have currently any unique things, so I'm not gonna craft it. Either way, it will be very low chance to get it, but that will be the tree that I would use. So that's it. Very interesting new unique. I like it. It has some new avenues of scaling. It does have mana reservation, so you have to keep that in mind. But that's basically it. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.